Hey everyone, I'm a very tired Keen947, aka Wolfkeen, and welcome to another edition of a Wolf's Word special. Now I know what you're about to ask, why am I doing this if I'm so tired? I couldn't sleep, so I just stood up a little bit longer, and then I found a post on Facebook that someone I added who I met and who I ran into at New York Comic Con in 2012. As a matter of fact, he's the one holding my camera in my third day in New York Comic Con 2012 videos. He posted this article of New York Comic Con having two events now. That they'll be running New York Comic Con twice a year. Starting this year in the months of January, I think around January 14th, June 14th, June 15th, New York Comic Con will be opening up, but it'll be comic specific only. Now, as everyone knows that New York Comic Con, yeah, it's about comics and stuff like that, but they have plenty of other stuff like that, exhibiting artists and other stuff like that, and especially in areas like the Artist Alley. Well, basically what this second event for Comic-Con, which will be happening in June, it's supposed to only focus on the comic aspect of New York Comic-Con. The thing is, though, I think they're only going to be able to rent the Artist Alley for that event, so it'll be a smaller convention than, the regular New York Comic-Con event. But what I'm assuming is that this event is going to be like a preview of what's to come. It'll be comic specific only, but I'm pretty sure half of these guys that are going to be at the first event will probably be at the big event. This is supposed to be like the extra event. I do like this idea of them having an extra event for the comic book lovers because, let's face it, some people only go to these kind of events for the comics. So it makes sense that the supporters of New York Comic Con will want to do this, to have a second event smaller than the main event. It's only for 2 days. But it's going to be comic book based only. They're going to have the Artist Alley completely ready, and this is going to give more people an opportunity to show off their work. I mean, as you can see, I showed off two of the New York Comic Con's work. Two of the t-shirts that I wear, the horror t-shirt, that's a graphic novel that, I would say check it out, because honestly I would give a plug to that guy and say check it out, because I wear his t-shirts. I wear his horror t-shirt, and I wear his Fallen Angel t-shirt, which says Sinner. That shirt says Sinner. Those are two t-shirts that I wear that's from the Artist Alley, and this guy does a graphic novel called Horror and Fallen Angel. One of these is supposed to be a show coming to HBO. The reason why I'm talking about this event is because this actually brings great emphasis to independent artists. Because let's face it, when you're an artist, you want to get that one good hit. Like, get that one good person to come in, or promote yourself enough to actually make something of yourself in this industry. Because that's what you got to do in this day and age. You really have to put yourself out there if you want to make it in this kind of day and age. So I do like this idea of New York Comic Con having two events now instead of one, which means that, say people only wanted to do the comic book aspect of Comic Con. There you go. you probably pay less for the tickets, and you get to enjoy the comic book aspect of Comic Con. But if you're like me and want to see it all, you'll probably go to the main event too. So it's interesting that they decided to do this, because this will give the event more. I think they'll make a lot more money doing this, and they'll also be able to give people more chances to come to New York Comic Con. Because if you really think about it, they probably won't bring back the same people they brought in during the extra event. They'll probably bring in new people for the main event. So this gives independent artists, comic book writers, graphic novelists a chance to promote their work and get themselves out there. Not to mention, it appeals to the comic book lovers and allows them to get into what they really love, the comics. So honestly, there's not much else I could say about this event. We don't know anything about prices. We just know it's happening June 14th, June 15th, if I got it correctly. If you want to know the article that I'm talking about, link is in the description below as always. So you can go to the description, check out the link that I've posted there, and you'll be able to see what I'm talking about. Now, it is interesting because many conventions have more than one event per year. So for New York Comic Con to finally do something like this, it's actually going to give itself more pull. Because a lot of people are saying this, and there's actually been some statistics saying this, that New York Comic Con is becoming just as big as San Diego Comic Con. Not there yet. It's not there yet. Don't quote me on that one, but it's not there yet. But it's getting to the status of San Diego Comic Con. And having more than one event should probably help it out. Give it something to its own. Because now that it has an event only for comics, maybe they'll open up for more events in the future. Get me? Like maybe they'll have an event for gamers only. Maybe they'll have an event for music lovers only. You know what I mean. I mean, New York Comic Con's about pop culture. The fact that they have a comic book only area now, the comic book only convention for one part, maybe they'll open up to others. Gaming, music, and other pop cultural references and other stuff like that. It's possible. And I would like to see this. I mean, I can only hope that New York Comic Con will develop because I like going. We'll have to see where it goes from here, right guys? So anyways, not much else for me to say. I mean, there really isn't a lot for me to say. I just want to give my opinion on this. Overall, I think this is cool, and hopefully it'll open up the more possibilities for New York Comic Con, and hopefully they'll actually start getting themselves more and more known, because I want to see New York Comic Con grow even more. So we'll see where it goes from here. Anyways, guys, I'm getting exhausted. I think I should try to get some sleep now. It's like 4 a.m. But of course, I've got to edit this video. Damn it. So until next time, guys, I'm a very tired Keen 47, aka Wolfkeen, and this has been another edition of a Wolf's Word special. So until next time, take care.